Awesome. Alrighty then. That looks okay to me. Not like it's gonna be a surprise, but we're gonna start in child's pose. So this is level 2. So lots of transitions, good amount of a flow. We'll take it slow in the beginning and then just kind of like stretch everything out and then we'll kind of get into it. So if you want to start in child's pose with the arms out, and maybe just open the knees and really send the hips back, kind of stretch through the back a little bit of a sway. Maybe dropping the forehead or looking to one side, looking to the other. And then just giving yourself a moment to kind of relax the arms. Kind of feel the shoulders soften a little bit. Maybe kind of crunching the fingers a little bit. Kind of feeling that the upper body is really pulling away from the lower body, just so you kind of have that separation, that nice big stretch. And taking maybe a little bit more than 5 breaths. So just sinking nice and low, letting everything go, letting everything relax down, kind of feeling a little bit heavier. About 3 more. Either staying in the position you're in or changing it for the last couple breaths. And then we're gonna pull forward to a little Sphinx pose. So as you roll forward, you'll come on the forearms. Maybe walk the legs back. Drop the hips, pull up through the chest, just kind of stretching the front of the abdominals and kind of pulling the shoulders down, pressing into the elbows, really rooting down through the arms. Maybe a little bit of a wiggle, a little sway. You can drop the head, stretch the back of the neck, maybe pull the chin in. Whatever feels good. Three more breaths. And then we're gonna slide the hands underneath the shoulders, so we'll come down at the chest. And we're gonna lift up for plank pose. And we're just gonna move through plank a little bit. So if you wanna have the knees down, you can. We're just gonna kind of flow forward, flow back. Maybe kind of feel that you're pulling the heels all the way back behind you. Kind of stretch the backs of the quads. Lifting kind of the kneecaps up into the quadriceps and then up into the hips. Kind of engages the core, kind of engages the legs. And then we're going up and back for down dog. We're going to hold it here a good amount. So a nice big reach with the hips, sinking into it. And whatever position in down dog feels okay. Shaking the head no, really letting that go. And then we're going to take a side down dog for about 2 breaths each. So the heels are going to pivot to the right and all 10 toes are going to face the left. And you're going to bend the knees and really sink the hips down over to the right side of the mat. You should feel a nice big stretch from this the left side of the ribs. And then over to the other side, heels pivot to the left, toes face the right. Really press down with the palms. Then the knees, really drop those hips over to the left side. And then back to regular down dog. Pedal that one knee maybe a little bit slower. Pedal the other knee out a little bit slower. And then rolling forward to plank, coming all the way down to the belly into that Sphinx pose. So once you come down, forearms will come down, elbows underneath the shoulders. Inhale and lift the chest. 2 more breaths. And then into taking the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing up and back for down dog. Really looking all the way back to the toes. And we're going to take the feet a little bit wider in down dog, so maybe feet come as wide as the mat. And just walk them in just a little bit so you can bend the knees and really sink the chest down. Lie down, I kind of lean towards the thighs. And then as you keep the hips pulling up, you should feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings, and the backs of the legs. And then as you drop the knees down, it's a very wide tabletop. And that just means you can take the hands a little bit more forward and take some big hip circles. So taking it around. Spinning and going the other direction. Maybe slowing it down, really feeling that the arms are pressing yourself into that circle. One more. Coming to the center, we'll take the hands back underneath the shoulders. Left toes are going to come out towards the left side. Right leg is going to pull back. Right arm up and over the head. If you want, lift the leg. If you want to grab that back ankle and press that foot back behind you to the left side, you can. And then right foot is going to step up to a wide lizard, so almost where it would be if it would be to the outside of that right hand at the top of the mat. And then relax the back leg. We're going to hold it here. Hips don't have to be super low. We're going to keep them up a little bit. All right, so my back toes are untucked. I'm going to go ahead and tuck them and just kind of pull back to the hips just a little bit. Hands are going to come to the top left corner, and you're really going to kind of reach yourself out. So you're almost stretching away from that right knee. And 2 more breaths. And then walking the hands back, taking them back on the mat. Right knee steps back to the left knee. Take a big hip circle. And then coming back. Hands come underneath the shoulders. We'll take the right toes over to the right side of the mat. Left leg pulls back, left arm up and over the head. If you want to lift the leg, you can do that. Or grab the ankle and really pull the chest forward as you pull that foot back. Last one here. And then left foot is going to step up to where it would be if it was on the outside of that left hand. Coming all the way down into lizard. We're going to hold everything here. Really kind of feel that you're sinking the shoulder blades down the back. So if you're kind of rounded a little bit, you're just going to kind of take that midpoint and just kind of reach it forward. And then you're going to Tuck the back toes if they're not already. Kind of lift the hips up and back just a little bit so you can find some more space. Walking hands to the top, right corner. Stretching through the arms. Drop in the head. One more breath. And then walking the hands back. Left knee steps back to meet the right knee. One big hip circle. Maybe go the other direction. If you can remember what that was. Good. And then back to child's pose. Maybe cactusing the arms. Letting everything go out through the wrists. Last breath. And they're coming all the way forward to plank. Up and back for down dog. You can just kind of lift the hips up and back. Roll it forward, bend the knees, take it back to plank. Up and back for down dog. So just those little plank rolls. Two more. And then looking up, top of the mat, walking the feet all the way up to the top. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Rising all the way up to standing. Good. Hands are going to come to prayer. We're going to hold it here for 5 breaths, just so you feel nice and grounded down through the feet. If we're kind of slouching or pulling in a little bit, maybe just kind of stand up a little bit higher. Draw the elbows down. And just take a nice little moment for yourself. And let everything go out to the mind. Whatever's bothering you, whatever you're thinking about. Maybe that you're kind of stuck on thinking about. And the body kind of moves the way it needs to. Good. One more breath. All right, let's drop, or let's bend the knees a little bit, and we'll drop the right hand down to the ground and keep the left arm up towards the sky. So we're just kind of opening up the arm span. Good. And then as the right foot steps back to that revolved high lunge, that just means you have to slide back that right hand right where that left foot is. Take a nice big stretch, open up that left arm, and then dropping that right knee and grabbing that back right foot with the left hand. Holding it here. You'll feel pretty good stretch to that right quad. If you're going to feel less of a stretch, you're just going to kind of come up, taking that quad away from the ground, pulling back a little bit. And then back to that revolved high lunge, tuck the back toes, lift that knee, left arm reaches up. And then right foot steps up to the top of the mat. You're going to keep the left arm there. Left arm is going to come behind the back, and maybe you grab onto that right thigh, and you can really kind of open yourself more. You can take this right elbow if you want to hook it to the outside of that left knee and just kind of really spin yourself. Eventually this right arm comes underneath that thigh, and then the other arm kind of grabs a hold, eventually. And then letting it go. Shake out the body, take it to the left, take it to the right. And then left hand stays down to the ground, right arm lifts. Left foot steps back to that revolved high lunge. You'll slide that left hand back to be parallel with that right foot. Spinning that left inner thigh towards that right inner thigh, so the right hip pulls back, and towards those back toes. And then that back knee comes down, grabbing hold of that foot, taking that quad stretch however you need it. Good, breathing through this one, nice deep breaths. And then dropping kind of the back foot down towards the ground, revolve, high lunge, lift up that left knee. Keep that right arm up, left foot steps up to the right foot, hold it here. Right arm comes behind the back, grabbing a hold of that left thigh, maybe, maybe not. Left elbow to the outside of that right thigh. Good. Full breath in. And then exhale, let it go into that forward fold and just kind of sway down. Open up the feet a little bit wider. Whatever you need to do. Good. And then we're going to get out of those twists to come all the way down to plow pose. So we're going to come into seated. Take the legs over the head. Support the low back. Doesn't have to be much. You can kind of bend knees in. The legs don't have to be super straight. Just so that you're getting that tailbone up higher and higher up towards the sky. And 3 more breaths. Very slowly, after that last breath, you're going to roll yourself down into Paschimottanasana. All the way down, lifting up. And extend the legs, and now taking it out and front. Back the same amount of time here as you were in plow pose. Three more breaths. And then we're rolling back onto the back to get to happy baby. So as you roll all the way back, knees will pull in. They'll go to the outsides of the torso. And then nice big rolls from one side to the other. And then we're going to rock and roll forward to Navasana. Hands can always come behind the thighs. We're going to go for straight leg Navasana. So take that rock and roll and pull all the way up. Good. Hold it in here. Flex the feet, roll out the ankles. Take the shoulders kind of out to the sides. It almost kind of sends the chest forward a little bit when you do that. But it does lower the legs, so you just have to keep lifting them up there. And then grab and hold to the feet. Outside to the feet, can you find some balance and hold the feet and lift up to Navasana? It's actually a little bit more than Navasana. Right leg is going to find that half Sukhasana, so bend that knee, take that right heel towards that left glute, and just hold on to this left leg. And then open up for that compass pose. So right hand is going to come to the outside of that left foot. This left arm is going to come in between this left knee and this right arm. As you roll over to the right hip and take that left hand over to the right side of the mat. breath in. And then exhale, come back to grabbing both feet up in the air. Left knee bends and finds that half Sukhasana, holding on to just that right foot. Pull the chest up into the thigh. Find some more space to breathe. Left hand grabs the outside of that right foot. We're going to take this right arm in between the left arm and the right knee. Really roll over to the left hip. Open up that right leg up towards the sky. Once you kind of feel that that leg can get kind of high and you feel okay, you can start to take this right arm and kind of open it so this arm kind of helps that thigh kind of reach back. Kind of use it as help. Good. And then this time we're finding full lotus, so we'll come all the way down. You're going to take that right foot on top of this left knee, so just open up that left leg a little bit. And then right knee comes on top of that left foot. So it's like this little, like, shelf of like this right leg on top of this left leg. I like to walk the hips back just a little bit, and then you can stay here. I like to just put a little pressure in the feet and into the knees, just so I feel it in the outer hips. You can come forward into a forward fold. If that right knee is not coming down onto that left foot, you can always hold the knee. Full lotus is kind of tricky, especially in the hips. Last breath. And then as you come all the way up, nice and slow, you're going to find Sukhasana. So I'm just going to take my right foot and kind of bring it underneath. And you're going to try to do your best to kind of, how do I explain that? So I'm taking my bottom toes, I'm kind of hooking them underneath this right knee, because we're going to eventually come back into plow, and you're just going to have to hold your legs where they are. So hooking the toes kind of in the knee creases helps kind of keep the legs there. And then as you come all the way back, see what I mean? When you lift the legs, it just helps. Either staying here, maybe just feeling that the legs and the ankles are getting close to the chest. Or if you want, you can start to lift up, just like you do in plow. Help the low back with the hands. You can either stay here if that's okay, or you can start to kind of open up. So 3 different levels, wherever you are is okay. 2 big breaths. And then coming all the way down nice and slow. So if you're at the top level, you're coming to the second level. If you're at the second level, you're coming down to the first level on the back. And then uncross, find happy baby. That should feel good. And then a few rock and rolls, take a few, 4 or 5. And then we're eventually coming to a ragdoll position. So you can kind of prop up onto the feet, take it into that forward fold. Send yourself nice and low. Maybe kind of feeling that the chest literally rests on top of the thighs. Just gotta bend the knees a good amount for that one. And then rolling all the way up to standing. Take a few Surya Namaskar A's. Inhale to reach the arms all the way up. And exhale to forward fold, coming all the way down. Halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, feet back. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, up and back, down dog. 3 breaths. Looking up, top of the mat, couple steps, little hop. Halfway. Exhale. Coming all the way up standing into number 2, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, step back. Vinyasa. Looking up, top of the mat, couple steps, little hop. We're gonna do one more. Forward fold. Lifting up and taking that last one. Down dog, 3 breaths. Lift some legs, bend some knees, maybe. Looking up, couple steps, little. Halfway. Exhale. Rising up, standing. Then left foot back to crescent lunge. Left foot all the way back, hands behind the head. Sink nice and low here. And then you're gonna take this left elbow towards the right side, and that right elbow is gonna pull up and back. To the center, over towards the right side, but you're gonna spin that left heel down. So it's like you're doing a side angle. Back to crescent lunge, back heel comes up. And then arms reach up. Exhale, drop the hands, right foot back to plank, vinyasa. Looking up, couple steps, little hop, top of the mat. All the way up to standing, right foot steps back, crescent lunge. Hands behind the head. We're twisting to the left so that right elbow comes to the left side and the left elbow tries to pull up and back. To the center, you're going to the right so that right heel spins down. Back to the center, reach the arms up, back heel lifts up. Exhale, step it back to plank. Vinyasa. Down dog. Couple steps, little hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale. Rising up, standing. Hands come to prayer, bend the knees, Utkatasana. And then let's twist to the right. So left elbow to the outside of that right knee. Start to lift that left foot up off the ground. Lift it back behind you. See how long you can take that transition to that proposed crescent lunge twist. Last breath here. Left hand drops down so you can look down to the ground. You're coming to left side plank, so if you want, you can grab onto the big toe and take that foot up and over with you. And then take it to wild thing. Open up here. Side plank to wild thing. And then dropping the right hand, spin that right knee underneath you. Right leg goes straight all the way over to the left side, but you're coming all the way down to lay on the belly. So get kind of that little L with the legs, and then see how low you can go. One more breath. All right, press up onto the hands. Get onto the, what I want to say, big toe edge of that back foot. Keep the right hand down. You're lifting up to right side plank, but you're going to hold on to this right thigh. You're going to bend the knee into the chest. So as you lift up, bend the knee, bring it in. Extend it out, bring it in. For 3, 2, 1. Good. Plank, chaturanga, vinyasa. I'm going to face the other way just so I have room. Looking up, top of the mat, a couple steps, little hop. Halfway. Exhale. Rising up, standing. And then prayer pose, Utkatasana. See, we did this way. I think we did this way. I think we did this way. So now we're going to do this way. So right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. I'm facing the opposite direction, so I get confused. All right, so we're here, facing the left side. Start to lift the right foot up off the ground. Very slowly, you're taking it to that crescent lunge, and you're keeping the prayer pose twist. Once you're there, take about 2 breaths. Really leverage and lift the chest open to the left. Look down, drop that right hand. You're going to right side plank. You can grab onto the big left toe and take it up and over if you like, or just find a regular right side plank. Full breath in. Exhale, drop the left hand, spin that left knee underneath you, reach it over to the right side, drop it low, slide your way all the way down, get that little L with the legs. You kind of want to take that right hip and roll it down a little bit. Just so you're putting weight onto this left side, or left leg, left hip. Coming down, deep breaths, let it go. One more. Coming up onto the hands. So it's like you're going to that left side plank. So you're going to stay on the big toe edge of that right foot. And as you lift up, you're holding that left thigh and bringing the knee in. For 3, extend it out. 2, extend it out. 1, extend it out. I forgot wild things, so we're gonna do it now. So pull that left knee back into the chest. Right hand drops down. Spin the left foot behind you and open up. And then exhale, plank, chaturanga, vinyasa. And then lifting up, top of the mat. Couple steps, a little hop. Halfway lift. Exhale. Rising up, standing. Good, left knee into the chest. All right, you're gonna keep the knee bent. So almost try to find like a 90-degree angle. So angle, I guess angle with the foot, if you want. And then you're gonna send it back to like a warrior 3, but you can keep that bend in the knee. So that foot, bottom of the foot kind of lifts up towards the sky. So if you kind of feel like you're getting an arch in the back, you're gonna pull the low belly up and you're gonna lift that leg up a little bit higher. Now, can you bend that knee a little bit more to get that heel towards the glute? Can you grab a hold of the foot, maybe with one hand, maybe with both hands, and lift it up for a little dancer pose, maybe? It's kind of an advanced version of dancer. Now, keep the hold of the left foot with the left hand, drop the right hand down to the ground, and it's that bounded half moon. I know, it's a hard transition. Take your time. Y'all got it? One more breath. Left ankle's gonna cross on top of that right thigh, so bend that right knee, take this left ankle, cross it on top. Good. Inhale, coming up, you're going to that chair pose, but you're gonna keep the ankle there. Last pro pose twist we got. Hands come to prayer. I know that right foot is working hard. Right elbow to the outside or on top of that left knee. Woo. Good. Let go, drop that left foot, shake it out. Especially that right foot. All right, so to the other side. Should I face the other way? Probably. Okay. So that's the right leg. So you're gonna take that right knee up into the chest. Maybe hold on to it, roll out that right ankle. And then you're gonna kind of push it forward a little bit so you get that 90-degree angle. If you're kind of falling back like me, I'm gonna pull myself up. Keep that bend in the knee. If you wanna take the arms behind you, wherever they wanna go, for that bent knee, warrior 3, little bend in that bottom knee. A little different with the bent leg, it kind of feels weirder. And then if you take that heel a little closer to the glute, maybe you find the foot with both hands. Maybe, maybe not. Starting to lift up. And then keep that right hand on that right foot. Go ahead, drop the left hand down to the ground. And you're in that Ardha Chandrasana, as I call it. This side's a little bit harder for me. Thank God I have a couch there. One more breath. And then right ankle crosses on top of that left thigh. I know that left foot is working hard. Let it go. Do it a little bit. Wave the hips side to side. Good. All right, you're coming up for that Utkatasana, ankle over the thigh. Reach the arms up, sink the hips low. Prayer hands, last twist, left elbow on top. Try to get it onto the outside of that right knee. Full breath in. And then exhale, let it go. Shake everything out. Woo, especially that left foot. All right, let's come into a Malasana. Let's give the legs a little bit of a break. This is like my #1 like centering pose. As soon as I like sink down into this, I'm like, all right, it's like the restart button. Ain't that right? All right, so let's do a couple hops. Oh, there's been this fly in my house, and I almost got him. Ay. All right, so find some space at the top of your mat. So I'm just gonna kind of like walk myself back a little bit. So little tuck jumps. I feel like we've done these every class, which is good because we need to practice these for when we all get back into the studio. So they're gonna be just little ones. So Hands are gonna come down, they're gonna be out just a little bit wider. So not underneath the shoulders, because when you come up, the shoulders are gonna pass the wrists. So as you lunge forward, you wanna have extra space to go forward. So as you lift up, you're gonna keep the knees bent, keep the heels lifted. And all you're gonna do is just hop the heels up towards the glutes. That's all you're thinking about. You're gonna think about going up into that handstand. Heels to the glutes. Heels to the glutes. Heels to the glutes. Good. Keep going. 30 more seconds. That seems like a long time. Maybe 15 more seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. All the way down. Shake out the legs. Breath back. Good. Let's take the bottoms of the feet together and we'll come in butterfly. Take a nice forward fold here. Knees come down. Forward fold could be on the forearms. Does everybody have blocks? I guess if you have the blocks, grab them. If you don't have them, that's okay. Oh, you kind of really, if you only have one block, that's okay. I'm gonna grab mine. All right, so if you have a block, don't worry if you don't. It's just gonna be a little bit harder for you. All right. Take the blocks, kind of like you're in butterfly, bottoms of the feet will come together. And then take the blocks kind of like in the middle. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the hands on the blocks and you're gonna lift up from here. So keep squeezing the feet together and lift up. And lift up. And lift up. So it's just kind of like the last one of the lifts we do. It's the same thing with the straight leg lifts. But you're squeezing the feet together so those knees can come up off the ground. So the bum comes up off the ground. 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, take the blocks on the outsides. We're gonna take the feet as wide as the mat and a windshield back for them left to right. You can flip the palms up, kind of stretches the wrist while you do this. Any lift is a good lift, so, especially when it's your full body weight. That could have been a little lift, and it could have been a big one. Either way is good. Good. All right, let's just take, let's take the knees all the way over to the left side. You can take a knee to foot, or if you want to stack the knees, you can do that too. Whatever you want to do, we're twisting all the way to the left. You want to keep your blocks. And come down into the elbows with the forearms. It's kind of like an internal twist. Maybe you feel like you can get lower. Maybe the blocks can come underneath the chest. One more breath here. then as you come up, we're going to take it the other way. So maybe keep the blocks behind you if you're even using blocks. If you're not, don't even worry about it. Left knee, the bottom of the left foot or the left knee stacks on top of the right knee. And then we're taking that twist to face back. Maybe start a little bit higher. Take a few breaths and see if you can get yourself lower. Three more. And then you're coming all the way up. Scoot those blocks out to the side. Bring yourself back to the front. We're gonna come all the way onto the back, and we're gonna have the knees fall into the chest, or not have the knees fall in towards each other. So we went from opening the hips to now closing them. About 5 breaths here. I always like to wiggle through this one, so I'm trying to stay still. And then extending the legs, we're taking 2 full body stretches, but we're gonna take them as bends. So once you extend the legs out, we'll bring them all the way over to the left side. Reach the arms up, take the arms up and over to the left as well. Hold yourself here. Two more inhales, 2 more exhales. And then over to the, oh my gosh, over to the right side. Legs first, then the upper body. You can take the shoulders over there as well. If you want a little extra, you can cross that left ankle on top of that right ankle. And then that last breath will take you to the center. And you're gonna point the toes, stretch through the legs, reach the arms up and over the head. And then exhale, letting everything go. I'm going back into knees together. If you want, you can kind of do whatever feels good for you. And then I'll take about a minute here. Closing the eyes. Give yourself kind of the last bit of this hour to yourself. You worked very hard, so give yourself a nice rest. then on your next inhale, bring the knees in, wrap the arms around, pull the knees into the chest. You can lift the chin up to the chest up towards the thighs. A nice stretch like that. And then rolling over to your right side, pausing there. Taking a big breath in and out. And then coming all the way up to seated. Into Sukhasana. Crossing the shins, crossing the ankles, letting it all go. One last little movement of the shoulders, of the head, of the neck. And then we'll reach the arms all the way out to a T. We'll bring them all the way up to touch. And then lowering them all the way down to heart center. And taking a nice bow over our hands. Namaste. Thank you very much for coming to join me today. We did some different stuff, some different transitions there, so hopefully you all got them. If not, eventually you will. Let me see here. Oh, there we go.